When sourcing coffee for our blends, Nespresso searches for the highest quality coffee that has been influenced by many factors, with the care and craftsmanship farmers apply to their crops being my favourite to talk about. The beans of the Master Origins range have been carefully roasted and blended by Nespresso to preserve and enhance the intrinsic aromas farmers have worked so hard to create. Back when Indian coffee would make the long journey to the continent on tall ships, the green beans would be subject to monsoonal wind and rain. This would swell and dry the beans, resulting in a pale yellow and swollen bean with unique wild tastes. Of course, now coffee travels in protected ships, so farmers in southern India would spread the green coffee in open-sided warehouses to cause the same swelling and drying of the beans. The coffee has a wild, woody, savoury and slightly spiced aroma. For Master Origins Ethiopia, for up to 4 weeks, the ripe red cherries are left to dry in the sun. They are raked carefully at regular intervals to ensure an even dry. The final cup of coffee has such an interesting orange blossom note with a hint of fruity jam. Master Origin Colombia contains late harvest Arabica beans. These ripe red cherries have been left longer on the tree before harvesting. They turn almost a deep purple colour that hang heavy on the branches. With each day, the fruit sugars are seeping deeper and deeper into the heart of that coffee bean. When processed by the wet method, these sugar levels translate to a bright acidity with vibrant blackcurrant and cranberry notes. Master Origin Indonesia has Arabica that has been wet hulled, a traditional method of processing popular in Indonesia. Starting along the steps of the wet method, the beans are pulped, fermented overnight and dried just enough to be hulled. The hulling process removes the parchment layer still left on the bean. It leaves the beans at a slightly blue hue and this famous tobacco note that we're looking for with this blend. Nicaragua uses a version of the semi-wet processing method called black honey. Here the farmers pulp the coffee, leaving the sticky mucilage hugging the coffee bean. It's spread out in a thin layer to dry. Meticulously, the farmers rotate the beans so the sugar layer almost caramelizes on the bean in the sun, resulting in a really dark-coloured, almost honey-like coffee bean. The final cup is fabulously smooth and has sweet cereal notes.